Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 25th through the 31st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Temperance card. We got some time on our hands, apparently. There's been something going on here for a long period of time. Let's see where we land with that one. In the recent past, the Magician, the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands. The wires got mixed up there. I see you manifesting something, and what comes back is a lot of pain and a lot of types of energies. And I don't think you wanted to manifest that. Well, in all reality, we do manifest crazy shit too. So, even though that might have not been your intention, it panned out like that. Okay. In the current situation, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. This lands as a brand new beginning. There is a partnership that shows up here. There is a... But see, I feel like whatever's going on now is teaching you through contrast something about the past experience. You know, showing you the other way of going about things, the other way of doing things. In the immediate future, the Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Star. Wow. Okay, finally you reach your manifestation. I think this is what you called for. There's a very healthy, very well put together type of energy exchange there, and it gives you wings. It's kind of like Red Bull. It just inspires you. It makes you want to grow and want to be better and want to, you know, so it's that type of an energy that brings out the best in you. So I feel like that's how you started that manifestation, by kind of calling in something like this. That's coming through in the future. But initially, again, I feel like the wires have been quite crossed there. Where the universe might have gotten the wrong message, or you sent it as the wrong message without realizing you are. Let me do the Temperance card. Let's clarify. The Hermit, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. It's been a very long and very healing journey for you from what you're showing me here. But you're in a place of acknowledging that, being grateful for that, and quite happy. You know? So I don't know what the hell that shit show was there, but man, it placed you on this path of healing, growth, and just learning about yourself a lot, and just learning how to be present and how to be happy and how to find that happiness within you. So, cool. As long as it resulted into that, then good that you manifested a shit show. For the Magician, you get the Five of Cups, the Sun, the Empress. It was definitely disguised in happiness. Whatever it is that you were manifesting here, it came through as, oh my God, this is the best thing that could happen to me. That was a disguise, though. Because I feel like whatever that was, that experience, that looked like happiness, felt like happiness initially, it held all your past traumas, everything that you left unhealed, which is pretty much everything. I feel like that experience brought everything to the surface for you. In probably the nastiest of ways. For the Three of Swords, in the recent past, you get the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the World card. Okay. So initially you took it as, okay, this feels good, but as good as it feels, it also doesn't feel good. It feels painful, whatever this experience is turning into. So, no thank you. I'm done with this. I'm good. You know, because it doesn't feel good. So it makes sense that I just close it off. That's what you thought you were doing. For the Five of Wands... Interesting. For the Five of Wands in the recent past, you get the Tower, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. That was your deconstruction, your complete deconstruction of who you thought you were at that moment in time. That experience came through to rip all of that apart. From your personal self to, I don't know, the things you like, the things you dislike, the things you are working for, the view over your career, your job, your aspirations, things like that. So I feel like it may have started off as an experience of, oh my God, this makes me happy, truly happy. And then, something about it is not working out, so I'm just going to end it. And then I think it was more complicated than that. Because I feel like whatever happened from that or through that or as a result of that brought up a lot of stuff for you to look at and to heal, to start healing. And that's exactly what you did. This is your long path towards healing, Let me do the Ace of Pentacles, because I see you determined. At some point when everything falls down to the ground, like everything that you ever knew is just down in the mud, you're like, okay, so usually there's only one way from there, and it's up. And you took that way. You're like, okay, it's time for me to start picking myself up here, from the mud and see what's left. For the Ace of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the Page of Wands, the Moon, the Ten of Wands. Okay. You are dealing with something that seems to be, or at least you're trying to open up to something here. There is an experience that includes a partnership of some sort, and I see you really trying to be honest with yourself here. Like, does it feel like I want to open up to this? Yes. Okay, then let's, but it is very, very hard for you to actually fully open up to something here. But you're still doing it, even though it's challenging. Well, coming from that path, it's going to be hard to open up to pretty much anything, even though that's the goal of that path that you were on, But still, after you've been so internally kind of thrown in every direction possible, it's like you're coming out in the real world again, And it's like, okay, well, I want to take it easy out here. And that's exactly what you're doing, but it's still a little difficult. For the Three of Pentacles, you get the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you're willing to open up to this, but not 100%. Not fully. But you get to decide that. So it's not coming out of here that you're not opening up to this fully. It's not because, oh my God, I'm scared I'm going to get hurt. No, it's because it's a conscious decision. I'm willing to open up to this, but I will take it easy, one day at a time, and I'll see where that takes me. So, interesting, because usually I see people not opening up out of their own fear. But you're not doing it. It's a conscious decision. Like, I'm not going there. I'm just going there with this one. For now. We'll see where it goes. Okay. Page of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the, what the hell was that? Hold on. You know how sometimes when you're in water and you come out for air, but water has snuck in there, especially on your nose, and you have that little sense of like stinging in there? I felt that, and I'm like, I didn't go in the water. What happened? Well, I am. You took me in waters. So I felt it's weird feeling it without being nowhere near water. Okay. Anyways, for the Page of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Okay. The way you're approaching this, whatever it is, and I feel like it is maybe a friendship or someone you're working with here, but the way you're kind of jumping into this is from the angle of always putting yourself first, your needs, yourself, and I feel like it works out for the most part. Most times it would. Some people have a problem with that, apparently, around you at this moment in time. It's like, okay, excuse me for putting yourself first, and what about me, So some people may have an issue with that. The way you're functioning pretty much everywhere It's from this angle of putting yourself first, you know? And again, you might be met with resistance here and there. Some people may not like that. But the good news is you'll be able to notice those people pretty fast. They'll be pretty obvious about it. So you get to decide what to do in those situations. Let me do the Six of Pentacles in the immediate future. The Knight of Cups, the Emperor, the Ace of Cups. Man, you feel good. I don't know what the hell you did. Were you in a Buddha retreat or something? I don't know what you did. Because you're like taking things as they come, and you're just on top of things. You're stepping into your power here. Heart more and more open each day. Just trusting the process, trusting your journey. And it's freaking amazing. It's working out. It's working out great. And this energy exchange that I'm seeing here, I don't think it's directed towards a situation in particular. If anything, I feel like it's more open towards the universe. Like you're in a direct relationship with the universe. So an open type of an energy exchange there. That's why you're showing up like this. You're cheating. You're hand in hand with the universe here. Okay. Anyways, let me do the Emperor. I think it's going to apply to specific situations, but this is in the bigger picture, you staying open to staying in touch with yourself and also with what the universe shows you along the way. So how you're being guided here. For the Emperor, in the immediate future, you get the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Hangman. See, there is a particular commitment. And you're kind of confused about it in the sense of, I don't know exactly where to take it, where to go here. But when you're confused about it, you don't do anything about it. You just give yourself some time. So you decide, okay, because I'm a little bit confused here, I'm going to give myself enough time and space to figure out what needs to be done here or to gain some clarity here. So you not only did you go to Buddha camp, you're also hand in hand with the universe here. You're a cheater. Let me do the Star in a good way. Is there such a thing? We'll make it a thing. You're a cheater in a good way. For the Star in the immediate future, you get the Temperance card, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're just, I got nothing for you. You're good. You're good to go. You're definitely pursuing some sort of goal. And as you kind of step on this journey of pursuing that goal, you keep that spirits up like no tomorrow. You keep that energy high like no tomorrow. Like, I'm going to get there. Oh, I know for sure I'm going to get there. Like, there's beyond a sense of positivity and optimism that you'll get there. And with that, I'm sorry, but you'll get there. Nothing's going to stop you there. So you're actually manifesting, not only achieving that goal, but your way towards the goal, and you're making it beautiful. You're decorating it with beautiful energies. So I don't know. I think you're good. Whatever it is you're doing, in whichever direction of your life, you should be good to go. You got all the skills here. But yeah, it has been a very long and hard road to get you in this place of basically what's going on. You're being aware of pretty much everything. You're keeping yourself in the sense of awareness. So that's pretty cool. But from the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups. There's something going on with a commitment here. There's you trying to figure out where it stands or where you stand in regards to it. But there's a tricky energy over the commitment itself. So I'm not surprised that you're not very clear about it yet. I'm not sure if you're trying to figure out where it's going from here on out, or if it's something new that enters and you're trying to figure out if it's going to go anywhere, you know. But whatever it is, give it time. Stay with it if it's unclear, and it's going to show up as unclear to you. And give yourself plenty of time and space to figure it out, because there's something up with this commitment for sure that you are potentially part of. So, but anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.